I would like to thank you for taking this time to watch this video. I hope the information provided plays a major part in the important decision you will be making in August of 2019 involving the safety of your family, schools, property, and county for the next 4 years. My name is William Darrell Thornton Jr. I am 50 years old. I was raised in the Silver community and I graduated Raleigh High School in 1986. I am married to Kimberly Michelle Phipps Thornton and we reside in the White Oak community. We are the proud parents of 2 beautiful daughters. My wife's family and my family are both lifelong residents with strong family roots in Smith County. Anytime a long-serving public official leaves office, it makes an opportunity for the next wave of new ideas. An opportunity for a fresh set of eyes to take a look at the way things are operating and to make positive changes. That is why today I am proud to officially announce my candidacy for Smith County Sheriff. Yes, I'm aware that the election is still over 1 year away, but I want to ensure that I have enough time to cover the entire county, to talk to each of you, discuss any issues or concerns, and to personally ask for your support and vote. After graduating Raleigh High School in 1986, I graduated from the University of Southern Mississippi with a Bachelor of Science degree with a major in criminal justice. I graduated from the Hattiesburg Police Academy as a full-time certified law enforcement officer. For the last 26 years, it has been an honor to serve as a certified law enforcement officer in the state of Mississippi. God blessed me with a very successful law enforcement career that has covered almost 3 decades. This career has enabled me to gain an enormous amount of knowledge, experience, training, and education in law enforcement, which I would not have gained if I had not been led on this journey. While working my way up through the ranks, I have served as a detention officer, a patrolman, an undersheriff, a commander of a multi-jurisdictional narcotic task force, a sergeant over a criminal interdiction task force associated with the HIDA FBI, a narcotic investigator assigned to the HIDA DEA and to the Mississippi Attorney General's Task Force, an internal affairs investigator, a violent and organized crime investigator, and a master police canine trainer, just to name a few. I have faced the challenges of operating a budget-sensitive department while establishing programs that aid in decreasing crime. During this time, I investigated nearly every type of crime, including organized crime groups related to murder, stolen property, trafficking of illegal narcotics, humans, weapons, and/or currency, which resulted in either an arrest and/or a seizure. I still to this day continue to tackle some of the toughest cases in the state of Mississippi as a lieutenant over the Special Operations Division assigned to the Drug Enforcement Administration HIDA Task Force in the Jackson metro area. If you choose to elect me as your sheriff, I will provide the much needed leadership that will create a sheriff department with a solid structure of integrity, professionalism, compassion, accountability, transparency, and common sense law enforcement. I will be in the field working it and not just sitting behind a desk. I understand that the way we build community relationships and decrease crime is by increasing involvement. As your sheriff, I will work hard to build a solid relationship with each of you, with our youth, the communities, all the Smith County Police Departments, the District Attorney's Office, the volunteer fire departments, the local, state, and federal agencies. This would improve coordination and cooperation between jurisdictions. The relationships, trust, and respect that I've developed over the years with other agencies will be extremely beneficial to the citizens of Smith County and to the local police departments and the sheriff department. It is a known and proven fact that effective law enforcement can only be accomplished by strengthening and building relationships with other law enforcement agencies, with our youth, with our communities, and businesses in Smith County through community policing. As your sheriff, I pledge to lead by an example, and I will ensure that the deputies are well trained and professional. The deputies will receive the most professional training to ensure that they stay up to date on the continuing education of training and investigative techniques. The deputies will be properly trained to investigate any crime, identify and handle any mental illness or medical issues that the deputies could encounter. The Smith County Sheriff Department will be transparent and have accountability for their actions. The Smith County Sheriff Department will provide 24/7 service to ensure our vulnerable adults, our kids, communities, and businesses are safe. Due to the rise in active shooter incidents across the nation, I will work with all the local Smith County law enforcement agencies to form a special response team. The objective of this special response team will be to resolve high-risk and crisis situations while minimizing potential injury or loss of life. It is imperative that we are proactive instead of reactive. I will do everything in my power to ensure our schools and publics are safe. I understand the opiate and the drug issues and how they relate to other crimes. I will use my experience and proven leadership to form a Smith County Special Operations Division that will be staffed with properly trained narcotic and criminal investigators. I will work with Raleigh, Taylorsville, Mize, and Polkville police departments to form a county-wide narcotics and criminal interdiction task force. If I am fortunate to be elected as your sheriff, I have already been contacted by several surrounding agencies that are very interested in working with the Smith County Sheriff Department to possibly form a narcotic and criminal interdiction task force. Due to the working relationships and trust I've built with local, state, and federal agencies, they are looking forward to working with Smith County Sheriff Department if you choose to elect me as your sheriff. As your sheriff, I will be proactive by using my relationships with the MBN, the DEA, and out-of-state agencies to stop the drugs from making it to our communities and schools. I have learned over my career that we just can't convict people of drug crimes and send them off to prison without offering them some type of help. We must do our best to provide them some type of help for the people that have addictions and truly want help. We can enforce the laws, but we must have compassion, because the people that we arrest are sons, daughters, fathers, mothers, and our grandparents. However, the dealers that are selling drugs for profit must be prosecuted to the fullest. Understand what it takes to operate and supervise a narcotic task force. I have a proven record of successfully funding these types of task forces with forfeited asset funds. By having our dope dealers cover the cost with forfeited assets, you, the taxpayers, don't have to. The forfeited funds can be used to purchase new vehicles, equipment, and pay for training at no cost to you, the taxpayers of Smith County. I'll address the issues in Smith County Jail to ensure we are providing a safe, secure, and humane detention of individuals housed in our facility. I'll ensure the people being housed in our facility have access to a chaplain. By accomplishing these goals, we will eliminate unnecessary lawsuits, which waste taxpayers' dollars that are much needed to enhance public safety. As your sheriff, I will create a sensitive budget that will focus its resources on community policing by continued education and training to ensure we are improving public safety throughout Smith County. I will ensure our schools and law enforcement are properly trained, educated, and prepared to protect our children, vulnerable adults, mentally ill, businesses, and communities. I will accomplish this goal by first donating a fully trained narcotic canine and trained the houndler to be used in our schools and communities at no cost to the Smith County Sheriff Department and you, the taxpayers. This will save the taxpayers approximately $15,000. I will form and implement a community service division that will be responsible for our DARE program to help educate drug awareness in our schools, a child safe program in our schools, a cops and kids program, a parents coalition to help educate our parents about drugs and other activities going on in our environment, our open house program, leave counsel for first responders, their families, and public, business and neighborhood watch programs into our communities, and a chaplain program. I would eventually like to develop a summer lead camp. This is a leadership education and development program to help build trust and mentor our youth. These programs can be developed and implemented without costing you, the taxpayers, money. By building the relationships through community policing, your deputies will know our elderly, vulnerable adults in our communities, which will allow them to better serve them. As your sheriff, I vow to remove the Smith County Sheriff Department front locked doors, denying you, the citizens of Smith County, access to your sheriff. I understand the meaning of public servant, and I vow to have an open door policy to each of you. The Smith County Sheriff Department staff will understand their duties are to serve, provide service, and protect each of you. I want you, the voters, to have a clear understanding of who I am and what I will do if I should be fortunate enough to be elected as your sheriff. I am a proven leader, and I ask you to put my experience, education, training, and record of arrest up against any other Smith County Sheriff candidate, and I believe you'll agree there is no comparison. I look forward to meeting each of you and to hear any concerns, to answer any questions, and to listen to any suggestions that any of you may have. I want to know what you expect and want from your sheriff. We can't change the past, but together we can create a future. I ask for your prayers, support, and vote. Thank you, and God bless you.